Good morning, students. So again we are here for our next class. So I have taken today's topic. I have taken modem and internet protocols. So first let us start modem. So what is modem? So modem is a device that is connected to the computer. Fine. So modem connects the computer. We can say in easy language, modem connects the computer and the telephone line. But why? Why it is so? So while the computer uh, is attaching to a network, to internet, what happened? Telephone line is needed. One of the requirement is telephone line, but the language of the computer and the telephone line both are different. Digital, the computer works on digital data, everyone knows that, while telephone line, that it transmit the data in the form of analog signals. So in the middle, what happened? The digital data has to be converted into analog. So this task is done by the modem. That's why a modem, the device, is fixed in between the computer and the telephone. So what happened? The digital data that comes from the computer, the modem takes it, it converts it into analog signal, and in the telephone line it transmits the data. Again in the other computer, the modem takes the analog signal, transfer it into the digital language, and again the computer takes and produce the message in the form of digital data. So this is the work. So let's come see the diagram. Let's see the diagram and understand it properly. Okay, students, so this is the diagram of modem, the working system of a modem. Now here in simple language I'll try to make you understand properly. So see here, there is one computer and there is a modem. Again at the other end there is another modem and a computer. Now I will show you how a message will go from one computer to another. So our computer works on digital data, isn't it? And the telephone line transmit only analog signal. Telephone line cannot transmit digital data. So whatever information or data has to be transmitted from the computer, the modem, it converts it into analog signal. Suppose I am sitting in the first computer, computer A, and I want to send my friend a message that is hi. So I will write in this computer hi, and this message will go from here, and the modem will convert this message from digital signal into analog signal. And in the form of analog signal, the message will travel here, transmit through the telephone line. And at the other end, again the modem will take the analog signal and convert it into digital signal. Why? Because analog signal cannot be taken by the computer. Computer will not understand analog signal. So modem here will again what it will do, it will take the analog signal and convert it into digital signal, and then it will be produced by the other computer. It will be taken by the other computer. So this is the job of a modem, and this process is said to be as modulation and demodulation. Conversion of digital data into analog signal is said to be as modulation, while taking of analog signal and converting into digital signal is said to be as demodulation. Fine. That's why the other name of modem is modulator and demodulator. So students, I hope that you have understood this, the modem and its working. Okay students, so let us start with our next topic, that is protocols. So today I will show you, or we will discuss about some of the commonly used internet protocols. So before that you should know what are protocols, isn't it? So protocols are some rules that the computer has to follow while communicating with each other. Suppose here is one computer in front of me and one computer is at your place, at your desk. So to transfer or to share any information between me and you, the computers has to follow some rules. So those rules are said to be as protocols. So the perfect definition will be protocols are the rules, set of rules that the computer has to follow while communicating with each other. Now come here, I have given here the picture of some protocols, commonly used protocols. You can see here is TCP IP, here is FTP, here is Telnet, SMTP, HTTP and many more. So today here we will discuss about some of the most commonly used protocols. Whatever is given in the picture, all we will not discuss, but what are most commonly used protocols, we will discuss them. So this is the first one, which is most commonly used while transferring information from one computer to another, TCP IP. TCP/IP, the full form is Transmission Control Protocol or an Internet Protocol. So this one protocol has two parts, TCP/IP and IP, Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. So these both protocols, these are used to handle the way of data that is transmitted across the internet. So from here, from my computer, how the message will go to other computer, that the whole way, the whole process TCP/IP will see. Fine. Suppose here I am writing a message, hi, how are you? And the whole message has to be, I am just sending it to my friend's computer. Now how the message will go? So the whole message will not go at once. The message has to be broken down into some small packets. Okay, so if I will say like this, you may not understand. So let's see an example and let us understand this. Fine.
Okay students, so I am sending a message, suppose hi friends, to my friend. So the whole message will not go at once, but it will be converted into small packets, two small packets. It will go in the form of small packets. So two packets will be formed, and in both the packets there will be added the sender address and the receiver address, means the address of the computer from where it is been sending, and the receiver means the other computer who is receiving it. And at the other end again, these packets will be combined together to display it in the computer.
Okay, so the next protocol is POP3, Post Office Protocol version 3. The full form of POP3 is Post Office Protocol version 3. So as the name suggests, Post Office Protocol means it is used for email. Okay, now how and when it is used for, let us understand this. So whenever one of our friends or anyone send a message to someone else, and the other person at the other and the person is not online, the message that goes, suppose I am sending a message to my friend and my friend is not online. So I have sent my mail, the mail has gone from my server. Now where it will go if my friend is not online? So it will get saved in my friend's email server. Okay, and whenever my friend will be online using this POP3 protocol, this POP3 protocol will be responsible to take the message from my friend's server and to be displayed in the computer. Fine. So this is the use of POP3 protocol, means not POP3 protocol, we will say Post Office Protocol version 3. Fine. And after this, next is what? Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP. So students, you have seen, most probably you have seen while writing any of the URL, web address, we always used to write HTTP. And if we do not write also, as soon as we write suppose www.google.com, as soon as we will hit the enter key, HTTP comes there. Why it is so? Because it is the protocol that the computer has to follow while transferring these web pages. Fine. So now HTTP, what it is responsible for? HTTP is responsible for establishing a connection from my computer to the server, that means from the client to the server, and then it is also responsible for looking at the request, means the client will send a request to the server requesting any information, that also HTTP will see, and the server also will respond and it will send that information to the client's computer, that also HTTP will see. Fine. So the HTTP, the job of HTTP are, first one, it helps in establishing the connection. Second, it looks on the client's request, and third, it also keep an eye on the server's response. Fine. So this is HTTP. So Hypertext Transfer Protocol is a set of protocol that govern the transfer of hypertext between two or more computers. Hypertext means it is saying about the web pages. Fine. So students, I will not go in details after this. So there are more some protocols which we will discuss afterwards. If I will go on today, you will get confused. So I hope you have understood till here.